Hello and welcome to my web marketing blueprint. We call it Seventh Dimension Marketing. So this is what I've been looking at in the past 18 months. I've been talking to many local business owners who took advantage of a free 2-hour face-to-face consultation after I met them at a business club or a business group of some sort. And I introduced them my marketing blueprint, and then we took examples and ideas from their businesses and applied them to the blueprint. At that point we could agree on the next step and in most cases signed an order. In this presentation I'll introduce to you the marketing blueprint method so you can apply it to your business. You will see how my marketing strategies develop from an integration with this blueprint. So when a business first starts, we mostly sell to friends, family and our existing contacts. In other words, people we know directly. Now I call that first dimension marketing. After a while, referrals and recommendations start to become the main source of our business. In fact, many business groups will tell you that their customers are referrals in the main. Your business groups and your existing customers refer people to you, and that's how you grow your business. And many businesses rely on this, what we call word of mouth marketing. But for me, this is only second dimension marketing. This is fine, of course, as long as recommendations keep coming. As long as they do, then things are fine. But if the leads dry up, you've got nothing else to fall back on. So let's talk about marketing on the web. Well, obviously you can promote your business with a website. You can also have a Facebook page, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+ page and other social media assets. And this is when we get to the third dimension of marketing. However, although most businesses attain this level, they then tend to make one very big mistake. They stop. You see, this is where most businesses go wrong and do the wrong thing. They simply don't go any further. Unfortunately, the average business sends out a few tweets, Facebook posts, and then gives up because they see no immediate sales. So this is your chance to take a lead on your competition. You really should not be surprised that you do not have immediate orders when you use social media marketing. After all, you're talking with potential customers who will be ready to make a purchase. And you're also talking to potential customers who might not be ready to make a purchase. But you are talking to potential customers, and that's where many business owners have missed the point. So don't waste your social media opportunity. Once you start using social media, we have the opportunity to start interacting with people before they become customers. We have the opportunity to inform them and influence before they decide to buy. So that reason they're unlikely to order immediately. Don't expect it. But if you create interest in your business, they are likely to order in the future or recommend you. So that's the secret. Don't disappear from the web. Avoid the web graveyard. The World Wide Web is choked up with many websites, social media accounts and other web items that are rarely or no longer ever updated. So many accounts I look into will have less than a dozen recent posts. Customers will click away from these dead sites and they will never return, even if the business is trading well. Google also knows this and gives priority to those who keep updating regularly. As soon as you stop posting, interest will drop. Google's interest will drop. Customers' interest will drop. So please don't stop. You need to keep going, and that will give you, yes, fourth dimension marketing. Okay, you probably need a plan. I'm guessing that you have a business plan? Okay. But when did you last update it? Probably the last time the bank asked you for a copy, or the last time you applied for some government funding. Look, if you want to succeed with online marketing, you need a marketing plan at least. If not, a whole business plan. You need a sales process, and then you need to keep it. If you don't keep to it, it will die, and so will your online marketing. Okay, that's enough pressure for you. Let's sit back and have a look at marketing from the point of view of a sales funnel. So this is my simple sales funnel. At the top we have our target audience. In the middle, our leads or prospects. And at the bottom, we get down to the customers. So let's start with our target audience. Who do you want to sell to? Do you have a profile of the people or the businesses you want to profile? Do you know the area or the region you wish to target? What are the interests of these people? And who is your competition? Don't worry if you cannot answer all of these in too much detail yet, but as you gradually define your target profiles over time, you will understand your target audience and it will be easier and quicker to find them. Of course, once you have a target audience, you then want to go to the next stage, which is acquisition. Now, acquisition is the process of turning a member of your target audience into being a lead. Now, the target must take an action which shows their interest and allows us to be able to identify them so they stop being anonymous. Now, this may be by liking a Facebook page, joining a mailing list, etc. Visiting a website does not make somebody a lead because they are not identifiable until they take an action. So once they have made some sort of connection with you, we can start the process of inform and influence till they are ready to make a purchase. And that makes them a lead or a prospect. A lead or a prospect is somebody or some company that has shown an interest in doing business with you. Leads must be identifiable and communicate with us on our own timescale, because we can now inform and influence them because we know who they are. And eventually we hope that we will then reach conversion. Conversion is when a lead makes a purchase. If we do a good job with informing and influencing them, then leads should take the action to purchase when they feel they're ready. But if you can't wait for that, then there are actions you can take to assist leads in making a purchase when you want them to. This could be promotions, could be limited time offers, or it could be offering discount vouchers. Once they make a purchase, they're our customers. So you get an order, you deliver it, and then you follow up, because these customers are a source of further business. It's often said it's easy to sell to somebody who's purchased from you already, so you want to work on these people to achieve repeat orders. If they're happy with your service, you want them to provide testimonials and referrals. So the main way of communication we are doing here is to inform and influence, and it's probably the hardest thing to start with. But actually, once you have a style, once you get a rhythm for it, it becomes really easy. And the inform and influence practicals are the most powerful part of our system. Most of the inform and influence is on your leads, but you may create content which will attract people from the target audience if you're solving a problem. One of the best methods of inform and influence is what I call the show and tell. This is actually the most simple method to build your sales funnel up with. In simple terms, you explain a problem, what you do, even how you do it. Now that might sound like you're giving away all your secrets. Well, that's fine, because some people will take your ideas and they will then do it themselves. But really don't worry, because they were going to do it without you anyhow. They had no intention of purchasing from you. It's no loss. Some people will take your information, try to follow your ideas, and then give up. These people can often become customers because they know now what a great job you do and how difficult it is to perform the work. And the third group of people, who are probably your main target audience, are the ones who are so impressed they just order. Perfect customers. They bought you into you, and they bought from you and your product. In fact, show and tell is so powerful that it's often my introductory pitch when I meet somebody the first time. Usually I say something along the lines of, "Hello, I am John. I'm a WordPress developer and trainer." That's my introduction. Now show and tell. I look at problems that businesses have in winning more customers. I find a solution using simple WordPress plugins and add training. My customers then use this to grow their business. Here's an example of a couple of recent show and tells. A car parts business. The car parts customer set up a new Facebook page and wanted us to provide likes to kick it off. So we added a Facebook like button to his website, and that produced a few hundred likes from existing visitors almost overnight. We then ran a Facebook advert campaign targeting those car groups, in other words the key customers in the target audience, on Facebook, and that ad trebled the likes again. Another example was a company that did gutter cleaning. Now the company always took before and after shots to show the customer, but I thought that they could make better use of this, so I suggested they use these on their website to show the signs of things going wrong, how failing gutters look, and even suggested a before after plugin which allow you to scroll across and make the before and after images more interactive. Here's another way to how show and tell has worked in action for my business. One of our customers wanted a delegate sign-up form, but had a problem with the menu options. And that was, if somebody had a dietary requirement of other, it then opened up it had another box, and then that box confused people. So I showed them how we could use the option box and choose the other, so it only appeared when you choose other in the first box, and then the other information box turned up. So the box was only available when it was needed. So when they choose other, the other box turned up. But you see, this story gets even better, because to explain it to the customer more clearly, I created a YouTube video with a little voiceover to explain how I did it and how it worked. And they could then watch that to set it up themselves and watch it again when they needed reminding later. That YouTube video though was made public, and I've picked up new leads and one new customer directly from that video. In fact, at the time of creating this presentation, there's the video with 859 views and 3 likes, which is quite a good bonus when all I was doing was spending half an hour explaining to a customer how to set something up. You can also use influence in another way. and that is people may be tempted to use competitors' products. Well, you now have the chance with your influence to show people why other people's products may not work, may even cause harm, and why that product may not be suitable. Of course, people may want to do stuff on the cheap, so you can show how a cheap product causes problems and a more expensive product fixes the problem better and saves in the long term. For show and tell, you can turn stories into marketing. One of the common lines I always come out with is to tell a customer to imagine they're out with friends and one of their friends has just asked them, "So, what did you do today?" Well, quite simply, you now take the anecdote you would tell them and you rearrange it into this format. You describe the problem, you describe the solution, and you show why it's a benefit to the customer. There is a second version of this, and that is you define the problem, you suggest how the customer thought the solution would be, and you explain why that doesn't work. You can then repeat that if there are other possible options, but eventually you will then define your solution and explain why that is better. So I always suggest you start with a weekly routine. Let's not make things difficult for ourselves. So let's start with a weekly routine. Take one issue, write a short explanation using the method I've just explained. If you can, include some pictures, even a video snippet if you can. But just a couple of pictures makes a big difference. And you add this story to your website or your blog. You can then refer to it on your Facebook page. You can even tweet the link of the page to your Twitter followers. I do not use Twitter as a rule. I don't really make a conscious effort to use Twitter. But whenever I create a video post of any sort, I always tweet it, and it's amazing how many times that content gets retweeted. Whenever I create a post, I tweet that, and again, it's really surprising how many people follow those tweets. If you're a bit more clever with gizmos, mobile phones are very good for this nowadays, so if you can record a simple video on the same subject. Well, that's three or a few more pieces of ways to acquire new leads and inform existing people. 3 different ways at least. Your blog, Facebook page and Twitter. If you can do more, that's a great bonus. Other social media outlets are available, but let's not overload ourselves. Start with 3, and if you do an extra video, fine 4. But please start with your weekly routine, and the next week, just rinse and repeat. Continue with this every week. You might not even see any benefits for 6 weeks. But remember, when you get to about 10 repeats, most of the competition will have given up. Obviously, more frequently than a week is better, but keeping it regular is actually more important. If you don't think you can do it more often than weekly, then do it weekly. You can always throw in the extra post now and again if you have time, but please keep it regular. Once you've got in the rhythm of things, there's no reason why you can't add other social media sites and share the content in more places. Pinterest, Instagram are 2 good places for images. If you have images that are good for sharing, don't feel that you can't add a few comments to those images. And Google Plus, Delicious, StumbleUpon, Reddit, they're all really good link sites for sharing links. In fact, there's over 50 good sites out there, but those are good ones to get started. Okay, I probably want to just explain what else is out there. Well, there is plenty more to learn, but let's just take things slowly. There's more social media training available for Facebook, Twitter, etc. We've got some great introductions on how to create videos very easily and work with YouTube and other video sharing sites. and my main area of expertise is lots of clever things I can do on WordPress, which is my main word processing tool. You can also look forward to prospecting in your target audience group to find leads by setting up Google Ads and Facebook ads. Obviously, once you understand what your customers are and who they are, then that can be a very powerful way of working. You can also track visitors on web pages and then offer them special deals via Facebook and Google if they leave the site without purchasing. You've probably seen those sort of ads that follow you after you've been on one of the big sites like Amazon or eBay, etc. Well, it's now possible for even small to medium-sized businesses to use that technology as well. And our customers and other marketeers can also refer us and sell our training for extra revenue. Prospecting in the target audience with Google and Facebook ads is our fifth dimension of marketing. Tracking visitors, then going back to offering them products and deals, is a sixth dimension. And if you start referring us on, you have reached the seventh dimension of marketing. So what's next? Well, hopefully by watching this presentation you have now moved from being in my target audience to being a potential lead of mine. So if you wish to become a customer, we've got a number of workshop style trainings which you can take part in. Some are live, others are recorded, and all my intro courses are free. The intermediate and advanced courses are paid for, charged courses, and I'm hoping this video will have a bit of longevity. So rather than add this to the video, the dates of the next live sessions and other recordings will be on a pop-up link created by YouTube over the top of this presentation. Otherwise, if you haven't yet decided to purchase anything, don't worry, because I'm going to inform and influence you until you make a purchase in the future. So all I have to say now is thank you very much indeed for taking the time to watch. I know your time is very precious, but thank you. The courses on YouTube will be in a pop-up just about to appear on the right hand side, or if you've got this video embedded, they might be below this video. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and you can share this video with your friends and colleagues too. Thank you very much for watching, and good marketing. Yes, I'm still here. Come on, there's the pop-up. Please take advantage. Work your way to the seventh dimension.